Hello and welcome to Apex Reviews. Today we're going to be repairing a tire puncture in a 2016 Sequoia. Now I've never done this before, but I'm a pretty handy guy. That being said, this video is riddled with errors. So good luck and enjoy me on my adventure. I had originally pumped the tire up to 38 psi until I got a chance to fix it. As you can see here, it's down to 33, so I definitely know there's a leak. That leak probably has something to do with that nail that's conveniently located at the top of the tire. That probably wasn't planned. I decided to jack up the tire, and that way it would have some support once I let all the air out. I didn't have to lift it all the way up, I just took some of the pressure off. Then I decided to let some air out of the tire. That way when I pulled the nail out, it wouldn't shoot out and hit me in the face. At first I used my tire pressure checker to let the air out, but that was a little difficult, so I switched over to this screwdriver. I bled the tire to about 20 psi. I'm not sure if I even had to do this or not, but I decided better safe than sorry since this was my first time around. After that, I donned my safety goggles and started pulling out the nail. I wasn't able to get a good grip with my needle nose, so I switched over to my channel locks. Then I wasn't able to get a good grip with my channel locks, so I switched back to my needle nose. This whole process would have been easier had I taken the tire off. I might try to do that next time. After the needle nose pliers failed me a second time, I gave the channel locks a second try. This seemed to work. It just took a little bit of muscle. This was the tire plug kit that I bought. It was $15 at AutoZone. This is an easy 3-step process that only has 4 steps. Step 1, remove the nail. Check. Step 2, ream out the hole. This will rough up the edges and clean out the hole, preparing it for step 2. All you want to do is insert this reaming tool into the hole, plunge it up and down, give it a little twist. That'll clean it out and rough it up, getting it ready for the glue. The picture makes it look pretty easy, but I had difficulty finding the hole. Maybe my wife can help. After a lot of pushing, wiggling, and a little bit of spit, I was finally able to get it in there and clean it out. Step 2 is to plug the hole. I knew that was step 2 because of the detailed directions on the box that simply said, plug the hole. What you want to do is peel off one piece of this sticky rubber tubing and feed it through the eye of this other tool. You'll want the plug to be in the middle of the tool. Next, you're going to want to cover the plug with glue. I put a little extra in the hole, but making sure that the plug is covered in glue is the most important part. Step 3, which is actually step 4, is quite simple. Just shove the plug down in the hole. Make sure not to twist it. This is where I made my first mistake. You're going to want to push it down far enough so that 2/3 of the plug are outside the tire and 1/3 of the plug is in the tire. It took a lot of muscle to push that plug down in that hole, but keep at it. Like I said, taking the tire off the car might make this easier, give you a little bit better angle. Step 3, which is actually step 4, is to pull the tool back out of the tire in a quick and rapid motion. This should slice the patch in half, leaving it in the tire. As you can see, I wasn't able to get a good handle on it, since it was still in the wheel well. On top of that, I made the mistake of twisting the handle, which I shouldn't have done. Watch and follow along as I successfully fail to execute step number 3. So let's try it again. Second time's a charm. As you can see, this time the reaming tool went in easier and it moved around a lot freer. So that's a good sign. Peel off a second patch, feed it through the eye, and get ready to insert it into the tire. Cover it in glue. I hope this works because this is all the glue I have. Insert the patch into the tire, only this time I didn't twist it. To remove the patch, I stood up and got a good angle on it. One quick, swift, aggressive yank. And now for the 5th step of our 3-step process, I'm going to go ahead and fill the tire back up with air. 33 psi, here it comes. You don't have to wait for the glue to dry. You can just go ahead and fill it up with air and drive it right away. Looks like it's holding, and I don't hear any air coming out. Thanks for watching.